Well, welcome once again to Neighborhood Bridges, and we're on the hour again. It's 5 o'clock, and what a great day we have had today here in Westerville, talking about neighborhood bridges and all the wonderful resources and elements that really define our community. And what a great way to finish right now, as I get to sit here with Otterbein University's President Kathy Krendl, who I've become a great fan of.
That's mutual, Rick.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And there are some exciting things that continue to happen here at Otterbein. And I just want to come and visit with you a little bit about that. And today's obviously the big give.
Right.
And we just want to inspire people to come forward and donate to their favorite charity. And so thanks for having me.
Very happy to have you. You're welcome anytime.
Well, thanks. And thanks for your continued support and partnership with Neighborhood Bridges. But I know that because I've been tried to support you equally, I know that there are some really exciting things going on here at Otterbein and the Kindness Initiative. So,
right, and you've been a part of that. So you helped to organize all of those letters written by the church members in the city, and we gave those to the entering freshmen. So that was a really, I think, a really significant symbolic act of kindness on the part of the community to welcome students who were here for their very first, what was the induction into the university, their very first week, and to receive a handwritten note from a member of the Westerville community. And I read some of them, and it was, this is something special to me, or this is my favorite place to go, or whatever. But that personal touch in terms of the handwritten notes was really very nice. And we've done a number of other things, but that was a really interesting one in terms of welcoming students into our community. In fact, I had the last couple of weeks, actually, Christy Robbins was on the panel. We had all of the leadership, Westerville, the Westerville Partnership people as a panel in my class. And the students, I was just reading through their reflections on the panel, and it was all about they've never heard or seen a community quite like Westerville, that everybody works together, and we had a long conversation about kindness with the panel, and the students all talked about ways in which they've experienced kindness in the Westerville community. So anyway, this is a year when we're really looking at, the theme for us is Kindness Matters. And I guess when we first got together at the first big table conversation, and I learned about what you were doing and what the mayor was doing, there's so much of this, it's sort of, as they say, contagious. So you're doing such great things working with the high school kids, and I remember when you talked about the graduation robes so that every student could have one, and helping the homeless kids in high school, and helping all of, I guess it's over 1,000 families now.
That's right.
It's just amazing in terms of the work that you've done. And if we join that with the work that we're doing here at Otterbein and the work that Mayor Kakuzi is doing with her neighborhood project, this is a very special community. We have to recognize the willingness of everybody. You know, people don't give you a sort of strange look when you talk about Kindness Matters. They look at you and say, yeah, it really does. It really does. This is a day, an age, and time in our country and in our community where it really does matter.
That is, it's just wonderful what you've just shared, and I thank you for that. And I agree. I use the term, and I'm not even sure if it's grammatically correct, but there is momentum to kindness.
Yeah.
I really believe that there is, and just to shed a little bit more light on the example that President Krendl just shared, we were eager to support Otterbein through Neighborhood Bridges, so we collaborated with your staff, and I reached out to churches here in Westerville through Neighborhood Bridges, and we had 4 churches who came forward who said, we would love to handwrite a note to the incoming students at Otterbein. And so they did that over the summertime. Church of the Master, Church of the Messiah, St. Paul's Church, and then Heritage Christian Church. And all did a great job and provided these handwritten notes. And because people are, I think, very proud that Otterbein is here in this community, and it's important to people in Westerville. And so they leapt at the opportunity, and it just proves, it demonstrates what you were saying about, I think folks are looking for the opportunity to be kind.
I think so too. And at the end of the last school year, we had the students who were graduating write notes to faculty and staff who had committed an act of kindness for them. And I think so often it's the kind of thing you look back 20 years later and say, you know, that faculty member or that advisor really made a difference in my life. But to have them do it on commencement day and to give it to that faculty or staff member was kind of the way we initiated this whole initiative on campus to actually do that, again, that handwritten note and something that someone did that made a difference in their time at Otterbein. So I just am so proud to be a member of the Westerville community and to be part of this initiative that, as we said, it's kind of all over Westerville. The school district, the community, the activities you're pursuing, it's just really a very special time. And I think it's a time that we all recognize. I guess one of the pieces I haven't mentioned yet is we're doing some research on kindness. So what does it do what does it make you feel? How does it make you respond when you commit an act of kindness or you receive an act of kindness? And so we're looking into the research that's been done on that question, and then also trying to figure out how we might begin to examine that question here within our own community. And then the second part of it is really about why, from a social change perspective, why now? So they're looking at that question as well. So we'll be doing not only the kind of acts of kindness initiative, but also the analysis of kindness in our community. And I don't think one could generalize from what happens in Westerville to the rest of the world, because I think it is a special place. But I think we'll learn some interesting things in the process.
I think that is uber exciting to me, to think about what we'll learn, and I'm quite confident knowing, you know, who the stakeholders are in this community, that they will embrace that and run towards the recommendations and the the information that we gather. It's very, very exciting.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time on the Westerville Partnership talking about what is unique about this community. In the process, we realized that the school district, the city, Otterbein, we have a lot of common values, and they're all values about being a welcoming community, valuing diversity, valuing the idea of creating an environment where people feel that they can belong. And I think the Kindness Initiative has really made that manifest for all of us.
Well, one thing that's really exciting to me about this whole endeavor is that I personally wanted your students to feel a greater sense of being a member of this community.
Right.
And I think that the Westerville population in general embraces that. And so, we want to encourage our, Neighborhood Bridges is designed to be a community-based solution. And while we launched it through our wonderful school district, it's meant to support everyone. Right. And so we hope that we can continue to do that and be that kind of community for those who are furthering their studies and their self-discovery here at Otterbein.
Well, and a lot of them want to stay here as a result. I mean, they feel that they've been welcomed, and this is, I think, in the students' essays, they refer to it as their home away from home. Fantastic.
Well, I'm so grateful for your support and friendship and your leadership and for your act of kindness today to spend a few minutes and talking about this.
Well, I appreciate your act of kindness in inviting me, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So that's going to be it today. We've been on the top of the hour since 10 o'clock this morning, and I just want to remind everybody that you have until noon tomorrow to make a donation. And we hope that you'll do that through the Columbus Foundation, a tremendous organization that I know is working with Otterbein and Neighborhood Bridges as well. And this is an opportunity to take your thoughtfulness and have it amplified. So I hope you'll do that. And again, thank you to Otterbein, and thank you to you, President Krendl.
Thank you for your leadership.